So today is Wednesday. Yesterday I was supposed to do a swim and a bike ride, but I was really lazy. I did go to the gym and I did do a squat session instead. So better than nothing, I suppose, but not ideal for the second week into this. But sometimes you get tired and sometimes you have to listen to the body as well. So it is what it is. So right now I'm just getting ready to do my progression run today. That's what's scheduled, which looks absolutely horrendous. So we have 3K at 4:40, 3K at 4:25, 2K at 4:10, and then a 2K at 4-minute pace. So this is gonna get really spicy. It was kind of like cloudy all day, so I thought it was gonna be a little bit cooler. But now it's 5:28 and the sun has come out, so likely means it's gonna be really hot. So it says 23 degrees right now. It says feels like 22. Wind is making it feel cooler. Why don't I believe that? Let's get ready to get this run done. So yesterday we decided to play some tennis after the gym, and whatever way I landed on my foot, it's like really starting to hurt on this heel. I kind of experienced that on my right foot after all my marathon training, but that's cleared up now. Now I'm starting to get it on the left side, so hopefully it's okay today on the run, but we'll keep a close eye on it and stop if it gets too sore. I also need a new pair of trail running shoes because my old ones are absolutely destroyed. So I need to start looking at getting a new pair of shoes. Story of our lives when it comes to running. Okay, let's go. Oh man, I had to pause it. I'm almost finished the first 2K at 4:10, but my God, my legs are in bits. So I just needed a couple of seconds to breathe. I know that's like not what you're supposed to be doing in a progression run, but I needed it. Yeah, let's try this again. 11K, done and dusted. Oh man. Oh, holy shit. That was so terrible. I really wanted to stop again on that last set of 2 kilometers at 4-minute pace. I got through the first kilometer, but the second kilometer, I was like, oh, my legs were on fire. But instead, I just slowed down. The goal is to maintain or keep running. I shouldn't have stopped on that one section, but like from the get-go, my quads were already sore. So I didn't think I was going to make it through the whole thing, but I was really pushing. But it got me. It got me today. And I still think, I'm shocked I even got it completed, to be honest. So I almost made the target on all sections, but except for the last one, I just had to slow down. But you know what? It's okay. This is my first real progression back running. So, and yesterday I did heavy squats. So, I mean, I'll take this considering. Now I need a protein shake stat. I'm just on the way to do strength training at the gym. So the thing about this race is because it's like almost like an Olympic distance. It means that it's not going to be as slow pace and chill as an Ironman is. And so it's going to be very anaerobic, AKA it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be fast paced, going hard. There's gonna be no real time to rest. But I'm also not a strong biker, so I don't see myself going super fast on the bike. But you never know. We do have almost 2 months to train for this, so we'll see how fast we can get stronger at climbing on a bike, because that's my weak point. So for this training session today, I'm going to be working to a heavy 3 rep max on a strict press, and then we'll be doing some snatches and rowing probably. So I'm just having a quick snack, and then I'm going to go out for a bike ride. I'm going to do just about an hour or so, and I'm going to hit the trails. So let's go. We finally found the beginning.
53 minutes. Mat breathing 101. Now we go up 15.
7 markers to hit. Time to swim. I'm so glad that was you.
Huh?
I'm so glad that was you.
What if it wasn't?
Just finished at the pool. Now I'm gonna do 9K easy for today's run. Let's go. 2K, 4K. The shirt had to come off, it was too hot. Such a nice day though. 7K. 9K done. Average pace, 5:13. It's hard doing that after swimming. I'm gonna have to like adjust the schedule and try and do it earlier in the future, but at least we got it done. So this week has been so hectic. I haven't really done a lot of biking. And today I was scheduled for my long run, but I think I'm gonna push that out to tomorrow. And instead I'm going to do the bike ride that I was supposed to do yesterday with like a 15-minute run afterwards. So doing my first brick session since starting this triathlon training. And on today's bike session, I'm going to be doing an FTP test. I've never done this before. I've only ever seen Em do it, and I know how much she suffered. I've seen the results of doing an FTP test, so I'm low-key nervous. I'm not a strong biker by any means, and so I guess that's why I don't want to skip the biking as much, because it is definitely my weakest discipline. So the only way to get better at something is to keep practicing it. So let's go get set up for that. So I'm just getting Ruvi installed on my laptop. I previously was always using Zwift, but it's gotten very expensive and I've heard decent things about Ruvi, so I figured why not try it out and see what it's like. And it'll just be nicer to use an app for the FTP test rather than having to do it myself manually. So this is the first time I'm using the bike since I've gotten it bike fitted, so it's probably gonna feel so different riding on it hard. Also, my physiotherapist was also saying how my shoes are really narrow, and this is really common with bike shoes. And this kind of explains why my feet were always getting numb. I always attributed it to the fact that it was maybe just cold outside, but it turns out no, it might be just the fact that the shoe is so narrow that it's like squishing my feet. Yeah, I'm now thinking maybe I should look at getting a new pair of shoes. So I usually always buy the wide versions of my shoes. So it only makes sense that if my running shoes are wide fit, the bike shoes should be a wide fit. So yeah, my physiotherapist recommended a shoe brand called Lake, and they are designed to be a more wide-footed shoe, but they're like so expensive. So I don't know if I can justify spending $700 on a shoe. We'll have to, but I might see if there's maybe like a sale or maybe another brand or something that does do a wide shoe. But anyway, let's stop rambling and get this bike session done. Okay, here we go. Starting this ramp test. So for this test, we're starting off with a 5-minute warm-up, and then it will slowly start increasing by 20 watts every minute until failure. Anyway, it's telling me to maintain a high cadence between 90 and 100 RPM. So this is gonna make me work. Okay, let's go. I'm actually getting into it now. So this is actually so far so okay. I love how it says the first few minutes are gonna feel easy. It already feels hard. It's okay. Stay focused, stay alive. Let's go. We're at 200 watts right now. Okay, 220 watts. We're now at 300 watts. Holy shit. 320. Crashed. Oh no. I'm dead. Dead. It's 225. 225? Why does that seem so little? I just couldn't push any more. I'm dripping. My legs are on fire. But I'm doing this 8-minute cool down. And it's worse because you see like the graph, and I didn't even get like halfway. So I don't know if that's a good score. I'm leaning towards weak, given that I barely made it to like halfway, and it's not even in the out of the green. It's like barely yellow. Next time. Okay, when we retest this in 4 to 6 weeks, we'll beat it. So I'm just about ready to go for my run now. I'm just gonna do about 15 minutes just to get used to being on my legs after a ride again. So yeah, let's go. So today's session, I only did 3.2 kilometers, 17 minutes, average pace 5:19. I just wanted a quick, easy brick session today. I couldn't fit in the long run that I had scheduled because we actually have a wedding today, and it was a kind of a 2-day affair. So we had welcome dinner and stuff last night. So we got a late start to this morning, and that's all I could fit in. So basically the stuff that I missed yesterday, I pushed to today, and I'm gonna try and do my long run on a trail tomorrow. Even though it's a work day, I'm just gonna have to try and fit it in. Because usually I always take Monday off, as that's always my rest day. But when life gets in the way, you just have to pivot around it. So right now I'm following Motive to kind of give me a baseline week of workouts. And I'm gonna try for any kind of long endurance bike, I'm gonna do on the road bike, and then I'm gonna try and fit in, at least get to the trails once or twice a week as well. I'm kind of using the same kind of methodology as when you're training for an open water swim and you can't always get to a lake or open water, so you spend most of the time in the pool. That's kind of like what I'm doing with the bike. I'm probably gonna spend more time on my road bike, just building up that endurance base, the aerobic base, and just getting the legs and time in the saddle essentially, and then try and get to the trails as much as possible to obviously work on the technique and the technical aspect of doing a trail bike ride. Because what I noticed this week, going to the trail, you don't get through it really fast. There's a lot of stopping, a lot of slowing down, a lot of turns. Obviously there's obstacles, there's elevation changes, and so it's not fast. And so I think building up the aerobic and just time and legs on the saddle, I think that's going to be really beneficial. And I think even though obviously road and mountain bike aren't the same thing, I still think it's going to translate. So anyway, that's what I'm working with, and we'll see if it works out. But that's the plan. And yeah, that's it for today. Now I have to go get ready to go to a wedding. And so tomorrow, hopefully we'll see you at the trails.